and welcome to healthyhouseplants.com, where we teach you all about gardening in the great indoors. If you'd like to support our show, please use our Amazon affiliate link below. Today I'm going to answer a question I get quite a bit, and that is, will my houseplant survive? So this is always a tricky part, right? It's like your houseplant's in the hospital, has been in an accident, and you're not sure if it's going to survive or something. When you see that it's ailing and then you start doing things to try to help it. This guy here was pretty much on death's door when I did rescue him. This pot here was the a smaller pot. He's not quite ready for this bigger pot yet. So I am going to wait until he gets a little bit bigger, but I'm set him in it now so that he doesn't fall over. But he was in pretty bad shape. He did have mealy bugs, and there was another branching here, another trunk here. And that was in pretty bad shape too. So I did get rid of that to save the energy to put into the main one. It was a smaller trunk. So he's looking a lot better now, and he is going to survive. But there was several months where I wasn't sure. This is a Dracaena Marginata, and there was just didn't look good for quite a while. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind when you're not sure, is have patience. Do what you can to save the plant, and I have lots of videos on what to do, including if the plant has root rot, and then just give it some time, right? So now, of course, it's going to depend on how far gone the plant is. Some of the signs that a plant probably doesn't have a real good prognosis would be if there's no roots left or very little roots left. However, even then, there's still hope, because what you can do is you can often propagate plants that no longer have roots and get new roots on them. And I do have some series coming up more on propagating, and one where you can see right now how to do that. And in the future is my bromeliad series, where we're rooting pups. So what you want to do is use rooting hormone on the area where the old roots were to get new roots. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, if there's a lot of root rot and the plant's really far gone, what you may need to do is just cut off some leaves and propagate the leaves. In that case, the plant isn't going to make it. So you have to go ahead and take a look and see what you find, okay? Crown rot, that's where the crown is at the base of the plant, and that's where it rots. When that happens, the plant is severed from the roots. So once again, you've got the root loss in a big way there. And the rot may be coming up into the plant too. I do have a video on crown rot and what to do about that. So in that case, you may once again need to just propagate a stem. On this plant, say it was having it, I could propagate up here and then get new roots. So those are something to keep in mind. However, if the plant looks not great, but it's still sturdy in its pot, the roots are still attached to the plant, you're treating all the pests and diseases, and you've put it in the correct size pot, which is really important to have in the correct size pot. Have videos on that as well. So if you're doing all the right things, just give the plant some time. Give the plant proper lighting, give the plant proper watering for what that plant needs, and then give the plant some time. In the winter months, as we are in North America right now, it's going to take the plant longer to come back, okay? So as a matter of fact, this plant I got last winter when it was really not looking good. And it took a while. It took throughout the spring and the summer months. And it was just this fall where it started to put on really nice growth, as you can see here, and shiny green, pretty growth. So signs that your plant is going to survive would be new growth. That's a big, big sign. That's the huge sign. That's a sign to celebrate. So if you start seeing new leaves on the plant, brand new leaves coming in, like this plant has right here in the center here, that is a sign that your plant will likely survive, providing you keep taking good care of it. So that's something to keep in mind. The plant will also look shinier and healthier. If you saw this guy, and unfortunately I didn't take a picture of him before, I wish I did now, but if you saw him before, his leaves were dull, and besides having mealybugs on them, and he just didn't look, he looked sickly. So your plant is going to start to look healthier and have shinier leaves and stand upright better and not be drooping and that sort of thing. So those are some signs that your plant is going to pull through and be just fine. Please leave any comments below if you've had any plants that are not looking too good, but they're starting to look a little bit better, or vice versa. Let me know and I'll be happy to help. Thank you for stopping by today. Please leave any comments about any indoor gardening tutorials you'd like to see. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And please check the bell when you'd like to be notified when new videos are released.